Hey there, geography enthusiasts. Today we're diving into 5 big countries with geography that actually sucks. From scorching deserts to freezing winters, these places face some serious challenges, making life extremely difficult for their inhabitants. Let's kickstart with the land down under. Australia. Deserts, weather woes, and distance. Australia might be famous for its stunning beaches, unique wildlife, and vibrant cities. But when it comes to geography, it's not all sunshine and surf. Did you know that around 70% of Australia is arid or semi-arid land? Most of this vast continent is a desert. It might sound adventurous to think of the iconic outback, but living there is a whole different story. The harsh conditions make it nearly impossible to grow food or find water. No wonder the majority of the Australian population hugs the coastline. Can you imagine trying to farm in such a place? Adding to the challenge is its climate. It is as intense as its landscape. The country is frequently battered by extreme weather events, ranging from devastating bushfires to severe droughts and cyclones. These natural disasters wipe out homes, crops, and infrastructure, forcing communities into a constant cycle of rebuilding. Remember the infamous Black Summer bushfires of 2019-2020? They burned over 46 million acres, showing just how harsh Australia's environment can be. Ever thought about what it's like to live in a place where nature can be so unforgiving? And then there's the sheer size of the place. Driving across Australia is like a never-ending road trip. It's a giant country, mostly consisting of empty landmass, with vast distances between cities. Some towns are separated by hundreds of miles. For example, the drive from Perth to Sydney spans over 2,000 miles. That's like driving from New York to Los Angeles. These enormous empty distances make travel and transportation a logistical nightmare. Have you ever been on a road trip that seemed to go on forever? What if that road trip was your everyday commute? Imagine being in a place where the sun can burn you to a crisp and the nearest town is hours away. It's no wonder Australians have developed a tough and resilient attitude. In fact, they've had to. Without that resilience, they wouldn't survive their geography. So next time you're basking on a sunny beach or admiring a koala, spare a thought for the challenges lurking just beyond the postcard perfect views. How do they do it? It's a testament to their incredible spirit and adaptability. Canada. Freezing winters, remote wilderness, and rugged terrain. Often celebrated for its breathtaking landscapes and friendly people, Canada hides a geographical reality that's not all maple syrup and Mounties. Canada's winters are not for the faint-hearted. Imagine temperatures plunging to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than some parts of Antarctica. These harsh winters mean months of snow and ice. This makes everyday life a frosty challenge. From digging out your car to dealing with frozen pipes, Canadians have to be winter warriors. Can you picture yourself braving those icy winds every day? And it's not just the cold that makes things tough. Canada is the second largest country in the world, but much of it is uninhabited wilderness. The vast boreal forests and tundras are stunning, but isolating. Northern communities often face extreme isolation. Supplies and services are only accessible by plane or seasonal ice roads. This remoteness can make it hard to even get basic amenities such as medical help, education, and groceries. For everyday Canadians living in these places, a simple trip to the store can be an epic journey. Then there's the rugged terrain. Canada's geography is incredibly diverse. It has everything from the towering Rocky Mountains to the expansive Canadian Shield. No question that these landscapes are beautiful, but they are also rugged and challenging. Building infrastructure like roads and railways across such tough terrain is a nightmare. This ruggedness can also make natural resource extraction difficult and environmentally risky. Just think of the hardships associated with mining and logging in these remote areas. Surviving in a place where winter never seems to end and the terrain is a constant battle is no easy task. It's a true testament to their spirit that Canadians remain so friendly and welcoming despite the harsh geographical realities they face daily. Russia. Permafrost, vastness, and harsh climates. Russia, the largest country in the world, is known for its rich history and cultural heritage, but its geography presents some extreme challenges. Let's explore what makes Russia's geography so uniquely tough. First off, a significant portion of Russia is covered in permafrost, especially in Siberia. How do you even live in a place where the ground is permanently frozen? Construction is an absolute nightmare. Buildings and infrastructure need special foundations to prevent sinking and shifting. And farming? Forget about it. Farming on these frozen lands is nearly impossible. So agricultural development is pretty limited. Can you imagine trying to grow crops in such harsh conditions? Another major challenge is the vastness of Russia. Spanning 11 time zones and covering over 6.6 million square miles, the sheer size of the country makes travel and communication daunting. Many regions are incredibly remote. Some villages are accessible only by plane or during certain seasons. Providing essential services like healthcare and education to all citizens is a significant challenge. Have you ever thought about what it's like to live in a place where getting to the nearest town can take days? And let's not forget about the weather. Russia's climate ranges from the icy Arctic north to the temperate south, but much of the country experiences severe weather. Siberian winters can be brutal, with temperatures plummeting to minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Summers can be scorching and dry, especially in areas like the Volga region. These extreme climates make living living and working in Russia a continuous battle against the elements. Ever wondered what it's like to face such extreme temperatures year-round? Living in Russia means enduring some of the harshest conditions on Earth. Despite the frozen ground, vast distances, and severe weather, Russians have developed a unique toughness that's nothing short of inspiring. So, the next time you think of Russia, remember the incredible challenges its people face daily and the strength they show in overcoming them. Saudi Arabia, arid deserts, water scarcity, and extreme heat. Saudi Arabia is a nation renowned for its vast deserts and oil wealth, but it's the harsh geographical challenges that truly shape daily life. First off, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is dominated by deserts. The Rub al-Khali, or the Empty Quarter, is the largest continuous sand desert in the world. Would you live in a place where sand dunes stretch for miles and the landscape is barren and dry? To say that agriculture is extremely challenging would be an understatement. Agriculture relies heavily on irrigation and innovative farming techniques. Even imagining trying to grow food in such a place is praiseworthy. Rainfall is rare, and rivers are non-existent in Saudi Arabia. This means water scarcity is a major issue. Saudi Arabia relies on desalination plants to convert seawater into fresh water, but it is easier said than done. This desalination process is costly and energy intensive. The scarcity of fresh water impacts everything from agriculture to daily living, making sustainable water management a critical concern. Ever wondered how much effort goes into getting a glass of water? Then there's the heat. Temperatures in Saudi Arabia can soar to blistering highs. During the summer months, it often exceeds 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The extreme heat is oppressive and makes outdoor activities and even daily commutes difficult. This intense climate requires significant energy consumption for cooling, and those who can't afford it or are exposed to the heat for extended periods face health risks. How would you feel about stepping outside into that kind of heat every day? Despite these harsh conditions, Saudi Arabia has developed into a modern nation with bustling cities like Riyadh and Jeddah. It's impressive how Saudi Arabians have managed to build such a thriving society. Japan's earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic activity. Japan is an island nation known not only for its technological advancements and rich culture, but also for its earthquakes and tsunamis. The Japanese face numerous geographical challenges that affect their day-to-day life. Japan is situated on the Pacific Ring of Fire. It is a region of the Pacific Ocean characterized by frequent earthquakes and active volcanoes. This makes Japan one of the most earthquake-prone countries in the world. Major earthquakes can cause widespread destruction, as seen in the devastating 2011 Tohoku earthquake. The constant threat of seismic activity requires advanced engineering and preparedness measures to protect lives and infrastructure. And it's not just the earthquakes. The underwater seismic activity often triggers tsunamis, posing a severe threat to coastal areas. The 2011 tsunami, for instance, caused immense devastation and led to the Fukushima nuclear disaster. Coastal communities must constantly be on alert, with robust warning systems and evacuation plans in place. Think about how hard it is to live with the constant threat of a massive wave at any moment. That is not it, there's more. Japan is home to over 100 active volcanoes, with frequent eruptions posing risks to nearby populations. The iconic Mount Fuji, while beautiful, is an active volcano that could potentially erupt any time. Volcanic eruptions can lead to ash clouds, lava flows, and even pyroclastic flows, which are extremely dangerous. This thing of beauty can also become the bringer of doom. Despite these geographical challenges, Japan has developed into a resilient and innovative nation. The Japanese have created advanced technology and infrastructure to mitigate these natural disasters. It's truly remarkable how they have turned adversity into strength, building a society that is both modern and deeply rooted in tradition. So, what do you think? Would you be able to survive in such rough living conditions, sucky geography, or a safe haven? What do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Also, watch this other very interesting video with a take on the worst geographical countries in the world. Anyway, see you in the next of Earth Basics.